2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, or maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. Oh, well played. From about 130 yards here. Chosen the pitching wedge here. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt for par here. Ouch, that hurts. Putting now for a bogey. Starting the round above par today.
Not what they're looking for. A little nervy out there so far.
Well, it looks like John McCarthy's stepped back ashore, kicked off his boat shoes, and is going to give us a little bit of a condition of today's course. John, what are the players facing here at Old Marina Golf Club?
Well, Luke, we're on the coast, but there's a good mix of coastal and inland holes at Old Marina Golf Club. Lots of movement in these greens. If you are an expert at reading putts, you're going to have a bit of a leg up, I think, this week. I love the fourth hole, par 5, that stretches along the ocean, has a green that's well protected by bunkers, which probably might dissuade some from going forward into the 7th hole. Similarly, a par 5 stretching down the ocean, but is much less protected around the green. And that green is enormous, by the way. So that'll definitely be green light city for the players this week. And one last hole. I really love the par 4 14th. The players are going to hit over the water to a fairway that juts out into the ocean on a peninsula. So that will provide some great entertainment this week as well. Looking forward to see what kind of creativity is on display by these players here this week at Old Marina Golf Club.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently in 5th place.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. And the 3rd hole here at Old Marina Golf Club looks very familiar, Rich. Par 4, playing 444 yards.
Luke, if you're a fan of Pebble Beach Golf Links, you're absolutely going to love this hole. Just 444 yards from the back tees. Driver really isn't necessary, as there's out of bounds over on the right-hand side that comes into play in a hurry. Just avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side. Find the fairway. Second shot plays slightly uphill. It actually looks like an infinite edge pull. It's really difficult to judge distance control with that second shot. Still a great hole, one that you dearly love to make birdie on.
Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching the steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
Big putt for par coming up. Yeah, you'll take that. And now over to Tony Finau.
Birdied their last hole.
Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Here we are at the fourth hole. Nicely done. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here, 5 strokes behind our leader. Going with a 3-wood here.
Oh, they look like they're taking this on in 2.
Well, it looks like they tried to be bold there, Rich, but it didn't quite work out for them.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Ooh, that almost went down. Time now for the 4th shot. 5 shots off the pace. This putt is of 9 feet.
He's got this for his par.
Yeah, that one pulled straight off the blade. Just a short putt remaining here. Xander Schauffele currently in the lead as we head to the next tee. Time to play one of the one-shotters. Opting for the 9-iron. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And he's down there. You got to read.
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Tracking. A par putt on the table. I think he's pulled this one. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
On a nice line.
Ooh. We don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Welcome to the tee of a par 4. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send it. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
This one's for birdie. Hey, nice looking line. That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one. And that's now 5 over for the round. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Second shot here on the 7th. He may be thinking about going for the green here. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Well, when your rival plays golf every single second of the day and eats birdies for breakfast, lunch and dinner, this is what you get.
This is from miles away. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. 7 feet to the cup.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Opting for the 5-wood.
Uh-oh, this one leaking out to the right.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Great touch.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 9th hole here, though, at Old Marina Golf Club is a strong one, a really tough test to finish the opening 9. A par 4 stretching 466 yards.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
Going with the 7. So I might need to set. Oh, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Just didn't drop. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
This is what they have left for par.
Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Yeah, a quality shot, that. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Fair effort. Putting for a par now. Okay, let's head to the next. Trailing by 7 after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Not a bad line, this one. Second shot here on the 11th. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
A 9-foot chance here. Okay, steady now. And this one is for bogey. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently in 4th place.
And this from the greenside rough. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee. Going with the 6-iron here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Oh, so close. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
This is what they have left for par here.
Nice line. Yep, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Next up is this 2-shot hole. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. This one from about 160 yards out. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
Bit too much club there, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought that one was going in. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup. this one to save par.
This one's looking good.
That will work. Sitting at +5 for the day. Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4. Wonderfully played. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards. What a drive that was.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Never easy playing out of those fairway bunkers. Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. Good look at a birdie here. Was on a good line. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Surely it's going to.
This one's for bogey. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
Looking to bounce back after that bogey at the last. That wasn't pretty. Hopefully this one is better.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
I've been all around this, tried to read it, just can't see it, but he's got about 22 feet. This has a real chance.
Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. Yeah, not much to sweat there. Currently at 6 over par. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Definitely needs to make a move on the field, and this is a golden opportunity on the short par 4. What will they do?
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Still a chance to attack this hole from the first cut. Going with the 8-iron here. Heading towards the rough, this one. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Didn't that look good for a long time? It's a well-played chip shot there.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
That's annoying. You should make that. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for bogey. This is looking solid, what they wanted.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure.
Well, Rich, don't know about you, but my eyes were wide open standing here on the 17th tee of Old Marina Golf Club.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit uphill, but let's face it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
Well, that was a bit of a wild swing. Probably be a similar result too. And here we are with the third shot. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. Lining up the birdie putt here. Ooh, right by the hole. 4 feet to the cup. That's a good putt to make, that one. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18. Well played, mate. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Quality shot, that one. This putt is for a final score of 76. That was a gallant attempt. That'll sting a bit. Putting for par. Ah, the dreaded pull. Always disappointing on the greens. And this putt for a final score of 78. Good looking putt. And that's how he signs off on this event. Well, Rich, I think it's fair to say that this player struggled with their game this week.
Tough tournament all around for this player. Better days ahead for them, I'm sure.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Kwiak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Finau won their last matchup, so I expect some fierce competition today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Not bad. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
This one heading towards the green. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. A 7-footer right here. That's pretty tidy. Oh, well played.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Good shot there, Beamer. Well, that's a handy shot. And now over to Tony Finau.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
How close was that to going down? What an opportunity to make a birdie. And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Well, with that good play, this person is now in first on the leaderboard, with Colin Morikawa in second. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. "11 feet to the cup."
This is what they have left for a par.
Get excited. This could go in. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Currently in first position. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 fourth, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, time to return to the action. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Getting ready to play their third.
Currently in the lead by a shot.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Judging it beautifully.
He has this putt to save his par. And that makes him tied for first. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical. And that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Oh, just missed.
Yeah, that can happen on these greens. They're tricky at times.
And this putt coming up for his par.
Oh, you know you want to.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Well, at least it wasn't a double. He's currently tied for second.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big name players the accomplished players love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair, and I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
And this putt to move into first place. Wow, that's classy. Good save from there.
And that'll put a little pep in your step, up and down from the bunker, in for the birdie. Good job.
And with that, they'll move back into top spot on the leaderboard.
That is absolutely spot on.
Time for the second shot here at the 7. Choosing the 9-iron here. Wow, what a shot.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Yeah, I think he pulled that one. Pretty obvious, actually. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
Oh well, he got a chance to improve on the next one. Sitting at 2 under. Outright first here. And here we are with their 4th. He leads the field by a stroke. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. That's frustrating. This putt coming up is for triple bogey. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
4 victories so far this season.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And here we are with the third shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. This one's looking good. You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. To the top 5 he goes.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Wow, that was just striped. Second shot here at the 10th. Opting for the 9-iron. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Just didn't drop. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. I don't mind the look of this.
He looked to have pulled that one. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf. Top left, if you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Time for the second shot at the 11th.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Ouch, that hurts.
Putting for a bogey. And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
And if they didn't have their rival Tony Finau's attention before, they certainly do now. What an approach shot.
Putting for birdie. This one started out on a good line. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Let's take a look at the current standings.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant.
Well, now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff.
Sitting at +1, tied for 6th position. Yeah, that one will play. Getting ready to play their third. Only 2 shots off the pace. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
Oh, that was pure. This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. Looking good. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. And with that now, back to level par.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Let's begin the 14th. That's tidy. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 155.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Even for the day. Tied for 5th. If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Looking good so far.
Nicely holed. And for par. He's in a share of 5th position. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Taking aim from about 220 yards out. Just one stroke back and right in it. Going with the 5-wood.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Wow, what a save.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Chance to get one under the card with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, so close. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And the putt drops. Now even par heading down the stretch.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
16th, the last of the par threes on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
And this putt to move into a share of first place.
He could use it with only 2 holes remaining.
Yeah, the line was pretty good, but the length, that was loose. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Only 1 shot off the pace. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. It's on a good line. And down she goes. Currently at +1 for the day. The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
You liked that, didn't you? Good opportunity here to move into a tie for 3rd. Just hammered that through the line. Putting for a par here. That gets the job done. Colin Morikawa currently in the lead as we check the rest of the standings.
Well, the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get round 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
And going with driver off the deck with this shot. Now just 1 over par. Currently tied for 6th. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Ooh, just missed that one. Opportunity to make their par. And with that putt, concludes this players' round. Well, Rich, we had high expectations for this player early, but sadly, no win in the end.
No, they just couldn't quite get their game going in the final round. Unfortunately, comes up a little bit short, but what can I say? Another solid performance.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putts. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. Ooh, that almost went down. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it. Nice little par putt here.
So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
He finds himself currently tied for 5th. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right. So a good accurate approach required. That's nicely done. Henny, what's the player facing here?
And from around 135 yards, wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
Just needs this one to kick right. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. It was on a good line. Well, that's a bit disappointing. And this one is for his par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Not quite the shot he was wanting. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Playing their fourth shot. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Going with the 7.
That dog will hunt.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Nicely done. Second shot here on the 5th. This one looks like it's going right. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Getting ready to play their third.
He's 2 shots back.
Wow, that was handy holding out from there. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Why not take another look at that effort?
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
As we look at the leaderboard, this player sits in second place, behind Colin Morikawa.
The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. The bold players to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but the safe strategy lays back before them. That's some good golf right there. sitting at 1 under the card, tied for second place. Great looking shot this.
The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
And this putt to move into a share of first. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. As we move along to the next hole, they're currently tied at the top of the leaderboard with Jon Rahm.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Opting for the 5-wood. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. Wow, what happened there?
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Let's see if we can make this. Keep the par on the card.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
That gets the job done. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. That was wonderfully done. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Well struck. This putt will move them to 3 under par. Not their best stroke. Seem to have pulled that one. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie.
Pretty good shot there.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, a little off the target with that one.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
surely it's going to.
Okay, steady now. And this one will be for bogey.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard.
The Spaniard, Jon Rahm, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole.
The 10th at TPC Scottsdale is a short par 4, measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green and a big one to the front left to be avoided. That's a good-looking shot there.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Yeah, that's well judged. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
Job done. Let's head to the next.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Penny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Oh, they got so unlucky here, just off the fairway, but not sitting nicely.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
This one's heading towards the cabbage.
That was a bit of a miscue.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 1 stroke off the lead.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt is 16 feet to the hole.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
This is a bogey putt coming up. And that'll drop him down to even par now.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Going with the 5-iron here. Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. Setting up miles from the hole. That's disappointing. 7 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Oh, just missed.
This next putt for double bogey. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green, or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge.
All guns blazing here. They've got full attack mode on.
Maybe going for the green, are we?
Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And this putt to move into the top 10.
Well, Rich, I think they're going to make this one.
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Looks like they just forgot to hit it, Rich.
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts.
Could not be more perfect.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. Atta boy. Good shot. Second shot here on the 14th. That's a wonderful shot here at the 14th and sets up a chance for birdie.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Well, that'll play. Sitting at 1 over for the event. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Going with the hybrid.
Looks like they're definitely going for it.
And he's safely on the green. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, Rich, how good is that?
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
A big opportunity with an eagle putt.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Didn't that look good for a long time?
A par putt awaits.
And 1 over par now, heading to the stretch. A chance to lift. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole Par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. Going with the 8-iron here. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt.
Steady on.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. This is important. Big par putt here.
Just didn't drop.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Now 7 shots behind after that. The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. The power play, you gotta love it.
It's exactly what I've done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
Nice recovery there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And back to the play, shall we? Trying to get to even par with this putt.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
It's a lot slower going up the hill than what this player read.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. He's currently tied for 13th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The approach into the final green at TPC Scottsdale is usually with a little bit of relief, Rich, because the water's behind you.
Luke, the second shot at the 18th is fairly straightforward, but how confident are you feeling with 50,000 sets of eyes focused on you?
Choosing the 9-iron here. Great shot. Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. This putt is for a score of 72. Good stroke. And that brings to an end his event.
Another great event. No victory ultimately for this player, but at the end of the day, they're not really concerned because they were able to take down the great Justin Rose.
Absolutely. This player threw down their gauntlet this week to Rosie and beat him. It doesn't feel great sometimes to beat Rosie because he's such a nice guy, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Congratulations to this player on their success. I can't wait to see what they do next on the PGA Tour.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beem, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. UK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, Henny,
It sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. That wasn't your best effort, was it? Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
The only good thing about 3 putting for par is you don't drop a shot.
That's a rock solid par right there.
He's currently tied for 5th. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. This looks to be heading to the green. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Ooh. Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. I like the look of this. Solid par putt, that. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the 3rd hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one.
Wow, did this come out beautifully? That rough was thick. I hope that they're okay after that one.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Such soft hands.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. He's in a share of 9th place. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
This one could take a little bounce to the left. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Yeah, Wynn took that one offline in a hurry.
Ooh, that almost went down. Big par saver coming up for this fella.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
There it is.
Love to see it. They hadn't been making anything all week long. Finally got one.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Opting for the 9-iron. That doesn't look good, Rich. Bit too far right for my liking. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Let's return to live play now.
Has got this thing dialed in here. Looking good.
Even for the day. Tied for 6th position. Nine feet to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Ooh, nice line.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
A bit short with that effort.
And back to the course with the live action.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
This one has eyes for the hole. Top effort, that. Let's try and make this one. And only drop the one shot. Sitting at 1 over for the day. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Eight feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for par.
That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away. And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
No, that's not the shot they wanted. Yes, next one from the beach. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
That's frustrating. This is a par putt. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Sitting at 2 over for the day. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That'll sting a bit. Just a 4-footer remaining. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, almost went in. Sitting at 2 over for the day. Well, you like the look of those hands.
Great touch.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you?
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Sitting at 3 over. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. 7 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Was on a good line. Big putt for par coming up. Oh, so close.
A bogey putt awaits. Down it goes, but that's back-to-back bogeys. Time to lift.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Ooh, right by the hole. Bogey putt coming up here. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
From around 170 yards here.
Downwind on this shot.
Not a bad play, that one.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Setting up here with a very long putt. Wow, that's misjudged. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prepping, prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
This is on a great line.
Okay, steady now. This next putt is for bogey. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. And after that effort, that's how it looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Oh no, is that heading towards the bunker? Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. Coming off a streak of 4 bogeys. Time now for the 4th shot. How close was that to going down? This putt is of 9 feet. Oh, what a stroke. Sitting at 8 over for the round.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Looks like this one's bunker bound. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. he is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf